In this video, I'll show you how to draw and estimate the retiling of a roof using the drawing module of BuildingWorks. To draw an existing roof and estimate the cost of retiling the roof, you need to use the roof retiling option on the Roofs drop-down menu. If you need to do structural work, such as replacing some or all of the roof rafters, you can estimate the work more quickly by selecting the Roof Refurbishment option on the Roofs menu. Take a look at the video called How to Draw and Estimate a Roof Refurbishment for help carrying out a complete roof renovation. To estimate retiling a roof, start by drawing the footprint of the house. This means drawing the external walls as existing walls, which will have no associated costs. Select the existing wall specification when you're choosing your wall in the Wall Component Builder. Once the external walls are in place, you can begin estimating the cost of retiling the roof. On the Architectural tab, click on the Roofs drop-down menu and click Roof Retiling. In the Roof Retiling Component Builder, read through the different specifications. Click on the specification with the appropriate type of tile. Now click Review Specification. The Edit Specification window opens up. From here, you can fine-tune the specification. Double-click on the bar at the top of the window to make it full screen. This will make it easier to review the assemblies within your chosen specification. If you cast your eye down the screen, you'll see a number of assemblies for different tasks which you might need to carry out when retiling a roof. For most assemblies, there are options to reuse the existing materials or to replace with new materials. The assemblies which involve replacing with new tiles have a tile image. This indicates that the new tile costs are included in the assembly. Assemblies which reuse the existing tiles have a nail image. This means that no tile costs are included in the assembly. On the right-hand side of each assembly, there's also a box which allows you to set what percentage of the materials need to be replaced with new, or what percentage need to be replaced with the existing tiles as appropriate. The default settings are to replace 100% of the tiles with new tiles. However, you can tweak these figures as needed for your job. So, for example, on the roof I'm estimating, I can reuse 60% of the roof tiles. That means I need to replace around 40% of the tiles with new ones. So I can set this top assembly to strip the roof tiles, lath and felt and replace with new to 40%. Click into the percentage box, type in the appropriate figure, and then repeat for the next assembly. I can set this assembly to strip the roof tiles, lath and felt and replace with existing tiles to 60%. Click into the percentage box and type in the appropriate figure. Of course, you need to ensure these two figures add up to 100%. Work your way down the screen, setting the percentage of top tiles to be replaced or reused. Some assemblies won't be relevant to your roof type. These top tiles to the lean-to ridge, for example, won't be used in this roof. You can simply ignore any assemblies which aren't relevant. Continue working your way down the screen, indicating the percentage of each type of tile to be reused or replaced. Scrolling down the screen, you'll see there are also assemblies for items such as hip irons, and also for flashing, fascias, soffits and so on. By default, fascias, soffits, barge boards, guttering and flashing are set to 100%, meaning they'll be removed and replaced with new materials. If you don't need to replace these items, simply set their percentages to 0. Further down the screen, there are also assemblies for removing and replacing the different roof timbers. These are set to 0% by default, as when you select the retile option, it's assumed that the structure of the roof is sound. However, if there are some timbers that need replacing, you can tweak the percentage options here. So spend some time working your way through the different assemblies. This will take a few minutes, but once you've finished on this screen, the bulk of the estimating is done. Once you're happy with the tasks that are going to be carried out, click Next. Now select the roof type or configuration. If the roof has a more complex configuration, you would start with the main apex or hip roof, then go back through the Roof Retiling Component Builder to draw each valley and lean-to separately. I'm going to start by drawing an apex roof. You can click on any of the pictures, the label, or the button itself. Once you've selected your roof type, click Next. Now enter the dimensions of the roof, as you would when drawing a new roof. Type in the roof pitch. The soffit width, barge board and fascia height are greyed out as they're defined by the materials in the specification. If you want to change any of these dimensions, click the adjacent swap button to select an alternative material. Check and edit the other dimensions as required. Ignore the valley options unless you're drawing a valley roof type. The percentage roof covering intersection reuse is only relevant when you're teeing a new roof extension into an existing roof, so you can ignore that option. Once you're happy with the roof dimensions, click Finish. BuildingWorks is now ready to draw the existing roof for retiling. You draw each roof type in exactly the same way as you would draw a new roof. Follow the on-screen instructions, which will explain how to draw the particular roof type you've selected. For an apex roof, the first instruction tells you to click on any wall that the roof is on. BuildingWorks will take the wall plate height from this wall, so click on any supporting wall. I'm going to click on the rear wall of the house. The next instruction tells you to click on the first corner to indicate the width of the building. In the case of an apex roof, the width of the building refers to the gable end. For a hipped roof, the width is the hip end of the roof. I'm going to click on the back right corner of the house. The next instruction tells you to click on the second corner to indicate the width of the building. I'm now going to click on the front right corner of the house. The final instruction tells you to click on the opposite corner to indicate the length of the building, or press the T key to join an existing wall or roof. We're not joining a wall or another roof on this occasion, so simply need to click on the opposite end of the building. It doesn't matter which corner you click on. I'm going to click on the front left corner of the house, as it's the easiest snap point to locate. After a moment, the roof lines for the existing roof appear on screen. You can see the cost associated with the roof refurbishment has appeared at the bottom right of the screen. The Extra Items window also appears, prompting you to check if any additional items are needed for the roof. From the Extra Items tab, you can add guttering, downpipes and accessories. You can draw on the plans or type in the length of purlins and binders required. You can add a loft hatch. You can add in labour for stripping the rainwater goods and the roof timbers. And you can also enter the number of cavity weep vents and cavity tray stop ends as needed. To draw another section of roof, go back to the Architectural tab, click the Roofs drop-down menu and select Roof Retiling again. In the Roof Retiling component builder, you can select the specification you've already set up if the percentage tile reuse and replacement are the same as for the first section of roof. If you need to set the percentage of reuse and replacement to be slightly different, select the original specification and then click Review Specification once again. From the Edit Specification window, set the percentage reuse and replacement as appropriate. Once you're happy with the specification, click Next. Now select the roof type or configuration. I'm going to add an apex valley roof now. Click anywhere on the roof type you want to draw and then click Next. Now review the dimensions of the roof as before. Update the pitch of the roof. Check and edit the other dimensions as required. For a valley roof, select a valley connection type. Again, the percentage roof covering intersection reuse is only relevant when you're teeing a new roof extension into an existing roof, so we can ignore that. Once you've checked the dimensions, click Finish. Follow the on-screen instructions to draw the next section of roof. Then add any extra items for this section of roof using the Extra Items tab. Repeat this process of clicking the Roof drop-down menu and selecting Roof Retiling until the entire roof is complete. If you want to adjust any of the percentages of the assemblies within the specification, on the drawing click on a line of the roof section you want to change. Then go to the Spec tab. Expand the window and update any of the percentages as needed. Over to you. Draw the external walls of the existing property ensuring you select the existing specification in the Wall Component Builder. Then go to the Roofs drop-down menu and select the Roof Retiling option. Select a roof specification and click Review Specification. Work your way down the list of assemblies, setting the percentage replacement or reuse as needed for your job. Check the pitch and other dimensions of the roof, and then draw it, following the on-screen instructions. Finally, add any extra items for each section of roof using the Extra Items window.